So we got our wings open on our butterfly here. That's what Tim said it looked like. So this afternoon or mid-morning we're doing maintenance. The roller had a pretty good little hydraulic leak. You could follow everywhere it went from the hydraulic leak, and it come to find out it was this little doodad right here, which goes on back here where that yellow cap is. Best I can figure out, it's guess, I don't know, somehow this is where like an auxiliary hydraulic line will plug in, but there's something in there that seals it, and evidently the rubber or something's gone bad at it, and it was just oozing out of there and running down and making it look like there was a major problem when all it was really this right here. So don't ever plan on adding any other thing, so I just went and got a 1/4-inch cap. So I'm gonna put some Teflon tape on that and plug the hole right there. I got me a plug in there right now to keep the hydraulic oil from oozing all out while we were gone to get that. So I'll take that out and get that cleaned up and thread the plug in there. Hopefully that should take care of the leak.
I think I'm recording.
Did it say record at the bottom?
Oh yeah.
We're recording now, Tim.
I was looking for the numbers like the old one.
I got a new camera. I don't know if it's any clearer. I sound different on there though. So, thank Cameron again for the nice Caterpillar plug kit. It has saved the day many a times. Many a times. How much fluid's gushing out while I'm talking about the plug kit? Not too much. Wrong side, Tim. Wrong side. He said you can get these things for like $40.
You sure?
He gave it to me, and it has been a lifesaver as far as taking hydraulic lines off and plugging them so that the oil doesn't. I don't think that one's locked. Be careful. Don't want to be picking 5,000 caps up out of the gravel. So Teflon tape on that. It's covering the end, but it doesn't really matter because it's a plug. Doesn't matter. I can't find it. I hope it's the right thread. He said it was going to be the right one. Oh, it's aggravating to get to. Hey, it started. As long as it started, I can ring it on the rest of the way. I just need it to get started. Righty tighty. Whoever designed that hose designed it not to have to be worked on. Let's see. Little extra never hurt anything until it breaks. It's tight now. Oh, a moment of truth, I guess. We can wipe it off and fire it up. We'll see if anything comes running out. I'll hold the tools if you want to go fire it up real quick. You can just leave it idling. We'll know right quick if it's going to leak or not. But at the moment it's not.
Fire in the hole.
All right. Good to me. I think we got the problem fixed. Alrighty. The roller's ready to go now. So a lot of people have asked kind of what services we do. As far as oil changes, for the most part we do that. Here's my bulk tank of oil, waste drum oil. We just dump it in there and pump it back out. If we got some fires or something, we'll put it in that, or most of the time it ends up in buckets and I'll just drop it off. There's a little, if I drop the camera with my oily hands, there's a little convenience center right down the road that takes waste oil, and I'll just dump it out there. But I did have a friend who hooked me up with a great deal on the total oil. We got like 330 gallons for like $8 a gallon. It was like a phenomenal deal of $15.40. So it's a little aggravating. It's the last thing you think about until you actually need it, is as far as a transfer pump. So I'm using a metal one that's supposed to go in a barrel. It's a little aggravating, but it's not too bad. So we're just filling up our gallon jugs. And the reason I don't do 5-gallon buckets is just a pain in the ass to try to fill up the equipment. Because a lot of time, like the Dozer, it's hard enough to get a gallon jug to the fill cap. So it just makes life easier putting it in gallon jugs. Let's fill some of them up. Seems like it's the last thing you think about is getting the fill pump. We're looking for like a little electric transfer pump, and I always forget about it. Get busy with more important stuff. So we're going to change the oil in the Dozer and the 250 today. So I'm going to need about 10 gallons. I guess that's how much it takes. I left the book in the machine. It's got to hold at least 5 gallons. Those don't hold but like 3.5. So that'll leave us 6 gallons. Should be enough. Not, we'll come back home and get some more. Got plenty right here. Got a gracious plenty right here. It's going down though. 330 gallons will last us for about 5 years. I have a feeling in 4 years I'll still be using the same pump.
Oh yeah.
So pump it out. Is that all of them?
That's 10.
That's all we need then. All right. That'll work. Let me get this sealed back up. Number 1 on the list is the Dozer for the oil change. Got to crawl up under it. And it's been a long time since I've done this. The dealer's changed it last a couple of times. But you got to take one side panel off right here to be able to get to the oil filter, which is right there. And the drain plug is all the way up under the front. I'm going to try it. I got something to lay on. I'm going to try to crawl up under there. There's not a lot of room, but I brought some blocks, but I hate for it to push them in the ground right here on this nicely graded pad we got. So let me crawl up under here and see how little room I have. And it's very little room. Oh, probably a 19 millimeter, Tim. Take that off. And hopefully that is the drain plug in there. Should just be that one bolt, and it's probably got a little piece over there that overlaps or locks in there. Find out here shortly. Look, I was right. I'm talking to the camera. There is the drain plug. So we're going to get the right socket for that. See if I can get that broke loose. Put the pan under here. Let the black gold pour out. See if I can find a spot to put the camera while I do that. Hopefully I won't get too dirty. Hopefully. Alright. Let's see how tight the dealer put that on there. Good. Somebody knew what they were doing. They didn't impact it on there. Alright, let's see if I can do this without getting covered in oil. Air hole open. Perfect. One paper towel, please. Thank you. Let that flow out. Check your drain plug. No metal shaving, that's a good sign. Yep. All right. We'll let that drain and we'll go up here and take the filter off. I need that back though. All right, we're going. All right, let's see how hard it is to get this oil filter off. It's been on here for over a year. It's a phenomenal room to work. Let's see here. Oh dear, it's tight. Ugh. Wasn't too bad if I just had room to run the filter wrench. Dun, 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 dun. Got it. So we'll dump that in there. Let that drain out. Here's the new one. Put a little oil in that real quick. Thank you. That way it's full when it goes on. We didn't need that part anyways. A little extra never hurt anything. Alright. Remember, a little around the gasket. And then try to get back in here. Hey, that actually went very well. This one's got a lot of threads on it. Unlike the one I took off my truck yesterday.
Was that like 3 threads?
I spun it twice and it come flying off. So clearly not many. It got me. Since the Dozer vibrates a lot, I tend to tighten the filters up a little more on it than hand tight. So, alright. That's done. Now we get to go put the drain plug back in and fill it up with oil. Alright, let's put our drain plug back in. Alright, you can start putting oil in it. What did I do with the boat?
On the track.
Do what?
Then you put it on the track.
Yeah, I found it. I buried it in all the crap I just cleaned off the plate. Alright. Luckily the Komatsu has a big filler cap, so it's pretty easy to dump a gallon jug in there. But it'd be kind of aggravating to dump a 5-gallon bucket. So we'll dump 3 in there and check it out. For some reason I think it holds 3.5. It might hold 4, but I know it holds at least 3. What the 250 holds, I don't know, but that's next. that is next. We're not changing the fuel filter on this because we changed it really not too long ago. So it's still good for a little while. It'll let you know when it's going bad. It's very evident. Let him finish filling that up. We'll fire it up. Alright, the moment of truth. We're on the 250 now. I would hold that pan up to kind of catch it so it doesn't splatter. Alright, let her down. Got a paper towel. I think the roll fell off behind you. At one time it did. First service for the 250. Oil change. I don't know how much oil it holds, but according to that stream coming out of it, it's probably going to hold more than 5 gallons. So we got an extra pan on hand. That fills up, we'll swap it out. Should probably put the cap on that end. Black gold. See if I can get this brand new camera all covered in oil here. I think the pan's about full. It is. You ready?
Yep.
1, 2, 3. Very minimum. And if that fills up, we got a problem. Go ahead and take the cap off the bucket for some reason. We trying to catch it with that, I guess. Still a pretty good stream coming out, but it should slow down here. Hopefully. Maybe. We'll find out. Between the two of these, we'll catch it. Alright, we're going to let that drain and change the filter. Go ahead and fill up the new oil filter real quick. That way when I take the old one off, I can put this one on there right quick in case it starts pouring oil out everywhere. It shouldn't though. It's good enough. Where'd the cap go? There's the cap. That's not quite good enough. There we go. That's good enough. It'll pump the rest of the way. Alright, let's take this one off real quick. I didn't realize I got it back that tight. We had to spin it around to see what the number was so I could get another one. And in the process I made a mess. I feel like I'm about to make another mess. Oh, there's oil going everywhere. Look at that. That's kind of a bad design. Just gonna say. I mean, it's nice to be able to get to, but other than putting some paper towels down there to catch all the oil, it dumps out. And it's dirty oil, so you want it to dump out. There's no way to catch that. Get that before I lean all over that. Get a little off so I can actually hold the filter. And here we go. Alright, oil filter is done. Fuel filters are next, after we put some oil in it so we don't forget. And now the fun part. We'll dump about 6 gallons in there. I'll dump about 5 in there and check it. Like I said, it's the first service, so I don't know exactly how many gallons it holds, but judging by how many come out, it's going to take at least 5 to 6. Alright, well, I'll finish this up and we'll get a video firing it up.
Good.
Alright, we're going to change the water separator now. Well, we're actually going to take both of them off. And let's just do that right there. So, this has got all these fancy doodads on the electronics and everything that tells you that there's water in there. And let's just say the Napa filters that are about to go on it, because that's all we've ever run, it does not have that. This filter's about $30. The OEM filters are like $110 a piece, so that's why we run these instead. Never had any problems with them. Other than that fancy doodadded wire right there is not going to go back on there. So all you gotta do is just twist that little fancy drain plug to let the water out. It just won't have the computer tell me that there's some water in there. And that's tight. Oh, I think we broke the filter wrench. I broke the filter wrench, Tim. I broke the filter wrench. That's why we have 2. Good old trusty. The dealer put that one on there tight. Let's see. Getting fuel dripped on my arm. I love it. Let's see. Yeah. If this one breaks, we're screwed then. Come on. There we go. Somebody was mad when they put this one on. There we go. Lord have mercy. That's a little ridiculous. That's a little ridiculous to have the fuel filter that tight. So, this fuel is just pouring all into these napkins I've put down here. And actually, that's not going to stop because this thing's slam full of fuel. Actually, it just did. Okay, maybe it is. I thought gravity was going to take over there for a second. Ugh. It might still. So, now what we got to do is take the new filters, go fill those up with fuel, and then it's got a primer right here to finish priming it the rest of the way. So, we'll be right back. Alright, so I got these full of fuel now. Put the back one on first because it's the aggravating one. If there's one here in the way, I'll just kind of lightly get it tight so I can prime it up and get all the air out. And then let me jump over here and get the other filter. It's full of fuel as well. And see if I can get that heavy thing started. There we go. Leave that loose. Primer. Let me get up here. Fuel should start pouring out. Tighten that one up enough. Should bleed the fuel out of the back one, the air I mean. replace it with fuel. It's getting very hard, so I might have snugged it up too. Yep, I snugged it up too much. It's full now. Finish tightening them up. Then we can go in there and start it up. Make sure it doesn't skip any. Why won't that go any further? So covered in diesel fuel now. That's good. Wipe them off. I'll get in there in a second. Once we start it up, make sure everything's good to go and wipe some of that fuel up that's spilt. A few extra primes. Oh, that's good. It won't lock back. There we go. So much pressure on it. Come on, there we go. There we go. All right, stand right there and I'll see if it starts up real quick.